Hello, I'm Ethan Kim, one of your hosts of the podcast formerly known as the Back of the Bus podcast. Lots of drama has been surrounding our podcast recently. I would first like to apologize for everything that I said that offended or hurt others. We created this podcast as a way to have fun and reach out to other people and create a connected community to talk about teen life. We had no intention of causing harm or disrespect. The first thing I would like to address is that we mentioned two people during the podcast and said insensitive comments about them. I have already apologized in person to these people and would like to again say, I'm sorry. We left out names, but as we go to the same school and word gets around, it was pretty apparent whom I was discussing during the segment where we discussed our favorite facial features. During the time we were discussing, the person came to mind as an example, and I talked about them without thinking carefully. That is absolutely my fault, and I take full responsibility as it was a careless thing to do, and I did not do so with the intention of hurting anyone.
I would like to start off by apologizing to anyone that got offended from the previous video. There's one particular thing that I said in the previous video about someone, and I would like to say that I'm truly sorry for offending or hurting you in any way. Um, and for that, me and my co-hosts are just really truly sorry.
Hi, I'm Eric Gang, one of your co-hosts, one of your hosts on this podcast. I'd like to formally apologize for my actions of being insensitive when it came to the topic of self-harm, as I've never experienced such thoughts. Our first mistake was even bringing up the topic in the first place, as we should have realized the controversy of this topic at hand and how much of a hard topic it can be to talk about publicly. My second mistake was the way I spoke about the topic. I spoke in a very insensitive way, not thinking about how serious the topic was. I should use my words more wisely to express my views. Ethan, Patrick, and I will work harder in the future to make sure that we will not be disrespectful on air. I sincerely apologize to anyone that I have been disrespectful to and hope that you can accept my apology. Thank you.
We have also received many critics on the conversations that we had, or critiques on the conversations that we had, saying that they were misogynistic and we were sexualizing women. I would like to make clear that it was not our intention to be misogynistic, offend, or harm anyone with our words. We were not thinking enough about the words we were saying. I'm sorry to anyone I offended. We did not mean to objectify women when describing our preferences on their aesthetics. We only wish to share our opinions, as that was one of the reasons we made the podcast. We did not believe we were being misogynistic and apologize that we were. We will use this opportunity to learn and grow from our mistakes. Lastly, I would like to discuss the name of the podcast. There was some controversy over the name Back of the Bus podcast, but I can assure you that when we were creating the name, we thought of no racial correlation to African American people, and I'm sorry if we offended you or in any way. We got the name of the podcast from the saying that the cool kids sit on the back of the bus, and that was where we originated our name from, and not to make any racist remarks. We have taken down the original first episode of the Back of the Bus podcast, and we have changed our name and are restarting with a brand new first episode, and we will now be going by Split Podcast. That's it. Thank you.